What up? What's good? Let's get position right. Think I'm position right. Hold on, let me get position right. So I can talk to ya. What's good? What's happening? Want to talk to you. Get a little bit closer. Alright, we good. Talk to you a little bit. Scoot up a little bit more. It's good. Let me give you something. Let me tell you what I want to talk about tonight. And tonight, I'm dedicating this to my Sirianse page. I'm dedicating it to those folks who basically want the high round booty. You know, people have always said, you know what? Your people kind of look the same. And I know that's by design. So no matter if you're a Monietta Shaw, if you're a Candy Burris, if you're a Tony Braxton, or if you're a Latasha Ruffin in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or if you're, when I tell you we have hundreds of thousands of lookalikes, so it doesn't matter if you're a superstar on TV or you're a superstar in your city. There's a Kenyafied look to it, and I wanted to explain and kind of like give you insight on how I get it done. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a couple of secrets on how basically I get, the small ways, the big behind look, because again, I've had women whose booties were flatter than this right here. Hey, Ebony, have people whose booty was like flatter than this, who, after they got Kenyafied, that thing needed a kickstand. Needed a kickstand. Because no matter who you are, no matter if you're a Tamar Braxton or, a Braxton Sullivan in Maryland, I can create that look. Boom, and I'm going to share with you. Now, the first thing I always like to do whenever I'm trying to create that Kenyafied look, the first thing I like to do is make sure that you lift heavy. Always remember, mass builds ass. Always remember that. So the heavier you go, the bigger and more curvier you can make it. And so, for instance, like when you do the squats, like you'll see me do squats. If you're on the Sirianse page, you'll notice that I sit very, very deep, like when I do the squats. Okay, now keep in mind, the lower you can go without going past parallel, the better. Okay, so you want to sit down at around parallel, and then you want to drive through your heels, like for the squat, for instance. Now, the heavier you go, the more mass and density you add to your booty, causing that effect. When you drive through your heels, boom, it creates that. So make sure you go heavy, and the moves that I put on that page, will add to just make it curvy. Again, if this is your situation, kickstand. So when you start lifting heavier, you're basically breaking down that muscle, and when you break down that muscle, guess what happens? It grows. And that's what you want to do. You want growth. You want it to be a little bit, you need a little bit more density. So that's what it adds. It adds mass to your thighs and to your booty. And I always remember, thick thighs save lives. So that's what we basically do on the Sirianse page. We lift heavy, and I give the ladies different moves every day, because what you want to do, you want to shock that muscle. A lot of times when you see people go to the gym, they do the same routine, and your body gets used to it. So your body is kind of like, okay, so we're going to do the same 4 or 5 moves we always do every day or every other day. And then your body's like, okay, cool, we're going to go through this, but we're not going to change because we need to be stimulated. We need some excitement. So if you don't do things differently, if you don't lift a little bit heavier, if you don't give your body different moves, guess what? It's going to stay the same. You know, it's kind of like making love the same way. Somebody ain't gonna be happy. Somebody gonna complain about you. It's the same deal. Now, the next thing I love to do, I love doing plyometrics. I love to do jumps. I love to do the jump squats. And the beautiful thing about plyometrics is even if you have bad knees, okay, there's always substitute moves, alternative moves that you can do. And that's the beautiful thing about the Sirianse page is that even if you got bad wheels and your knees messed up and maybe your back is messed up, you know, I always give you alternative moves. But the jumps are awesome because, again, it shocks your body. And there's a couple of ways that you can do plyometrics. You can either do them by numbers, basically doing certain sets. Like you can do like 3 sets of 12, 3 sets of 15. Or what I like to do is when I want to mix it up, I do it by time. So I might do a 30-second set. I might do a 45-second set, or I might do a 1-minute set. And then I might, you know, basically because I love to trick the body, I might say something to the effect of to the people that's on the page, hey, let's go 30 seconds, let's go 45 seconds, let's go 1 minute, and then drop back down to 30. See, it's all about knowing how to shock the body, and that's what I'm great at, and that's why I have so many success stories that range from your Grammy Award winning singers to your Academy Award winning actors to, you know, your favorite teacher down the street. That's why we have such a nice wide range of people all over the world, you know, who look awesome, walking around looking awesome. Now, it's a paid page, so, you know, you got to pay for that. You don't get it for free. Somebody put, how do I get access to that? Make sure you go to KenyaCrooksNetwork.com, and then you can get the Sirianse page to $60 for 3 months, $20 a month. You can't beat that. You get the expertise of yours truly, the world's greatest weight loss expert. Now, let me tell you the last thing that I love to do in terms of creating that high round booty. And again, I've created millions. I mean, for the past almost 20 years, have created millions of banging bodies. Again, from the music industry to Playboy Playmates to professional athletes to Mama June. And shout out to Mama June. Her birthday's today, too. Shout out to Mama June, who also looks awesome. So congratulations to her, too. She works very, very hard. But anyway, last thing I love to do is the cardio piece of it. Remember, if you want your body to change, you got to change. Okay? So you can't be doing the same old, same old. So you got to shock your body. See, sometimes you might just have to do distance one day. You know, you have to do distance one day, and then shoot, then that's when you go hard on the sprints the next day, and then maybe you go distance the next day, and then maybe you go on the stair climber. See, the stair climber is awesome too. I know a lot of y'all hate the stair climber, but if you want a nice, beautiful bottom, that lower half, boom, kickstand. Remember, kickstand, boom. If you want a nice booty, spend some time on that stair climber too. So if you can do some distance jogs, and then you can do some sprints on the treadmill to where basically, you know, you go hard 1 minute, you might walk a minute, then you sprint a minute, and you bounce back and forth with that, and then you mix that in like the next day with a little stair climber action. I'm not talking about the stair stepper. I'm talking about the stair climb. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about the stair climber. I'm talking about the stair stepper. See, the stair stepper shoots out the steps. If you know what I'm talking about, say, man, it shoots out the steps. So basically, it gives you the feeling as if you're walking up a flight of steps. So the beautiful thing about that, too, if you really, really, really want to trick your body, you can go hard 1 minute, and then you can go, then you can relax for a minute. But it's hard to relax on a stair climber. You know, when you're doing sprints that way, when you're doing interval sprints, it's easy to go fast 1 minute, then walk 1 minute. But on the stair climber, tension is constantly being put on your thighs and on your booty. So try that also. But those are some of the ways, because you know I never give away all my secrets. Those are some of the ways that I build, you know, the Serena-ish type thighs and the Beyonce type thighs, you know, and the video vixen type booties, you know, that everybody pays hundreds of thousands of dollars for and people hate on, but secretly, want that type of booty too. Trust me. I've had a whole bunch of people tell me, you know what? I used to hate on stuff like that, but I really want one. No. Let me give you a helpful hint. We as men, we like booties. High round ones. Serena-ish, boom, sorry, we do. If your stuff is like, no. We want boom. So again, I'm going to help you get boom. Because again, it's all about making yourself that much more attractive, and that's what I do. That's what I'm the king of, making you look your best to where when you walk into a room, boom, all eyes on you. Look, I had this one lady say, you know what? I just don't want the attention of everybody. I just want the attention of my man. I'm like, well, why are you trying to seek the attention of your man? He over there looking at the high round booty chick over there. That's who he looking at. He ain't looking at your, right. He looking at the kickstand. Boom. That's what he looking at. So that's what I'm the king of. That and the pooch and everything else. I'm your one-stop shop for sexy. So remember those 3 steps. Lift heavy. Work on your jumps, your plyometrics, because again, that's going to shock your lower half and it's going to just make everything tighter and more toned. So even if you're not going for the thicker look, it's still going to tone you up and tighten you up. So if you got that jelly going on the inside of your legs, that's going to help that tremendously too. So even if you don't want the ultra thick video vixen look that kind of looks fake, but it ain't, even if you do the plyometrics, you're still good. You're still good, even if you just want to be tight and toned and nothing else. And then also, don't forget, have a nice little mix of distance and speed stuff, but also throw in that stepper. Again, variety is the spice of life, and the more you can shock your body, the more your body will change. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all looking for. We're looking for change. We're looking for that pop, as they call it. So that's what those 3 things will do for you. It will give you that unfair advantage, because at the end of the day, who doesn't want more attention? Who don't want more looks? The sad thing is, and I was thinking about it the other day, I saw somebody real old, and I thought within myself, I was like, dang, not to be vain or anything, but it's gotta suck not to get any more looks. It's especially if you're used to getting a whole bunch of looks. It would just mess up my mind if nobody just saw me attractive anymore. So that's why I work hard. That's why I always work on my stuff, make sure I'm good. Because, at the end of the day, a lot of our self-esteem is tied into our vanity based upon what we see in the mirror every day. So if we look good and feel a certain way, guess what? Everything is popping, everything is rocking. So that's what we want to have it. Again, we want to be our best right now. And that's what those 3 things will help you do, help you to become your best right now, no matter what age you are. So work on that and let's rock and roll. Love y'all. Those are the 3 steps. And thank you for joining me. Love each and every single last one of you.